Good day, this is team number 8 and my name is Kamila Biesova. The topic of our project is the quality and lean management in the apparel industry and its applicability in Kazakhstani companies. So, next slide please. This is our outline, and our study attempts to explore the role of process change in the successful implementation of lean manufacturing. So next slide please. Let's start from the definition. Lean manufacturing is a modern approach to an organization's management aimed at continuous improvement of the process, improving the quality of work and reducing the final cost of products, and also reducing the losses such as transport, stocks, movements, defects, overproduction, wearing, and lack of technologies. Also, lean management implementation gives several advantages, such as increase of production output, profitability, labor efficiency, and decrease of production time. So next slide, please. Why did we choose this topic? The reason is that the share of garment production in Kazakhstan is no more than 0.5%. Also, there is the high demand for imported products from the countries such as Southeast Asia, China, Turkey due to their low prices. Also, raw materials are produced in Kazakhstan. However, they have poor quality and they are not enough to cover the demand. The objectives of our study were to emphasize companies that successfully implemented lean management in the world, then identify challenges that these companies face during implementation, then define main manufacturing issues that can be solved by lean management in Kazakhstani apparel companies, and suggest recommendations to such companies. So now let's continue with literature review.
Thank you, Camila. So, in order to find most efficient lean method, we gathered and reviewed several relevant research papers and articles and pointed out main aspects. Most of the lean practices comes from Toyota, and lean manufacturing eliminates waste, inconsistencies, and unreasonable requirements. Moreover, it brings noticeable reduction in cycle time and increases the cycle efficiency. Optimizes production flow, therefore minimizing several non-value added activities. And lastly, lowers the defect rates, decreases delivery lead time, and increases productivity. Next slide, please. Let me introduce you to you 5 main lean methodologies. First is value stream mapping, which analyzes current state and designs the future state of the products. Total quality management describes a management approach to long-term success through customer satisfaction. Total productive maintenance improves and maintains manufacturing machinery. Just-in-time inventory system focuses on alignment of raw materials orders from suppliers. And Kanban is a lean method to manage and improve work across human systems. Next slide, please. In this particular research, we used several methodologies, such as survey, a live interview, and documentation analysis. In the survey, we have asked a company 5 different questions in order to find out main barriers, advantages and disadvantages of lean production improvement tools, implementation, and others. In a live interview, face-to-face with a representative of the company, we have discovered some issues during production, and through documentation analysis, we have finalized and pointed out the solution for problem. Anna, please.
Thank you. So data gathering has been achieved by conducting a face-to-face interview with the local apparel company Jamalai, and online questionnaire has been distributed to other small firms. So Jamalai is a safety shoes and overall producer founded in 1993, based in Aktau, West Kazakhstan. Upon interviewing the director of the sales department, it has been revealed that the main problem the company is currently facing is rising costs. It's due to the fact that all the raw materials are ordered from abroad, and plus there are transportation costs and trade tariffs. So to address this issue, lean tool just-in-time should be considered for implementation. Using this tool, the materials will be ordered when needed and in what amount needed. This will not only help to decrease the waste of goods, but also reduce the inventory costs, as well as concentrating resources on what the customers are going to pay for. After physically observing the factory and interviewing the chief supervisor, the following problem areas have been identified. One of them is product defects due to either human factor error or machinery failures. According to the section supervisor, machinery failures are repaired by mechanics and sometimes not on time. That hinders the workflow. As for the lean solution, in such case, TPM, total productive maintenance, can be adopted when every worker is trained to fix their own equipment upon failures. This will save time. Also, 5 why analysis can be conducted to identify root causes of the issues. A messy workspace is also another issue. There were too many unused materials and tools cluttered next to the workers. In such case, factory can benefit from 5S tool, which helps to organize the workspace and create good quality work environment, as well as high productivity. Another issue that I would like to mention is that local people are still reluctant to buy these products and don't trust local production. So therefore, it's crucial for the company to create value to the products by implementing Kaizen practices. So in the next slides, we can see survey results, and it was revealed that most of the respondents, they are familiar with lean management, and they expressed positive attitude towards adopting them. However, they responded that there are two main barriers in implementing lean management, which are lack of staff with sufficient knowledge of these practices and the fact that these changes will take too long to become profitable. So next, Didar will continue.
So thank you, Arna. If you turn to the recommendation slide, so this paper represents which implementation barriers exist in lean manufacturing, especially in the apparel industry. So based on the survey and live interview, recommendations can be made the following. The first issue, the rising the manufacturing costs after importing raw materials from abroad because of the high transportation costs and high import taxes to the internal market of the Kazakhstan. So from here, we can recommend some cases like to increase the profit of the company like Jamalai. So we can say that the product selling price can be increased, but which seems like a risky and low effect on in the proposal because of the competitive market is growing. So second recommendation it can give to this company is like minimize the production cost by signing the long-term contracts with different suppliers. The second issue we can see here from the survey is lack of the skilled employees, which is also mentioned by the main percentage of the companies. So here we can suggest as recommendations like outsourcing company consultants can be inserted. So without educating the workforce, companies can get leaks in their finances. The third issue is we can see here most of the companies recognize that lack of the lean in understanding is as an implementation barrier. So for the small companies have a little tendency to implement the lean management because of they're not beneficial to small enterprises as their main product is based and customized, not very customized, and there is no difficulties to amplify. So it can be recommended to involve the employees into the corporate culture, and the results can be rewarded as successful cases. The fourth and last one, you can see the implementation barrier is like a dealing with the barrier resistant to change. It's also uncomfortable and requires new ways of thinking. So it can be recommended like to organize a new leadership team from the participation of the employees. So it can be consisted from the staff like middle managers and supervisors who can sequentially control and certain parts of the organization activities. So overall saying that these above mentioned recommendations are not definitely the guide for the managing lean, but it could provide an impulse to start of implementation lean management. So if you turn to the conclusion part, if you can see here, the 4 steps can be done, has been done in this research. So first of all, we found the literature currently in manufacturing practices in apparel companies was reviewed and obtained several results. So afterwards, in order to develop the manufacturing practices in Jamal and Company, so has given some recommendations to increase the price and minimize the manufacturing costs. So generally saying that it can be seen that the lean management positive effects on companies' performance, and it's also in this sphere has promising opportunities to develop. Therefore, the future research can be also focused on this area, identify the possible reasons how to implement this lean management in Kazakhstan manufacturing industry. So we can conclude from here. So thanks for your attention.